What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. First and foremost, I want to shout out my buddy Steve from South Bend, Indiana. Say thank you very much, brother, for the love you showed. And also, we were talking on Instagram. I made a comment joking. He took it the wrong way. And this right here is to assure you, not the most utmost love and respect for you, homeboy, always. Also, trip on this, wrong vaccine merch. Shout out to the homeboy. You can find him on Instagram. Vaccine Dino. Vaccine D-I-N-O. Dino. Here we go. Really cool shirt, man. This one right here. The back. Super cool, right? Thanks, homeboy. You guys get yourself some wrong vaccine merch. Speaking of vaccine, I know it's been 4 days since I made a video. I'm not feeling good at all. Not at all. I'm not feeling good, man. I'm going to go get myself a COVID test, and I'd be absolutely shocked if I didn't have it. All the symptoms are checking out, man. Major thing is fatigue. I got some serious fatigue. I feel like I straight put a lead suit on. I talked to someone who had COVID, and they said that was a standout symptom to them, the fatigue. Also headache. Been having headaches. Real mild fever, though. 98, 99. Still, fever. Body aches, check. Because, yes, my knees been bothering me. Now I woke up, like my ankles even, joints, knees. So, but as far as smell, smells great. Taste, that's good. I am having some symptoms. I'm going to go get a COVID test and just check that out. In school, it's going good. I'm already struggling. At this point, I guess I'm just going to have to aim for most improved student. Because I am struggling. You know what it is? It's the iPad. It's like that's what I'm trying to learn and get familiar with is the iPad. In fact, gave us iPad to start school. To set it up was like a big old list, like 12 different steps. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to set it up. I'm just going to show up to school that first day. Maybe someone can help me set the iPad up. And I thought, no, I better do it. Good thing because I set it up. Then when I went to school that first day, as soon as I got there, they're like, hey, everyone open up your iPads. Let's get busy. Man, had I not set it up, I'd have been in a world of hurt. It's difficult, though. I even have homework that I've not even turned in yet. You do the homework. There's no, I wish you could just submit. But no, it's like 10 different steps. You have to save it as a Word document. It's just like to do the homework. A lot of steps to it that I have not digested yet. I talked to the instructor. He's going to call me later. I'm going to figure it out. But I've had this fatigue, man. Just no energy. So it's just, I may get it. But tech is my worst nightmare, and I do not know why. I told you guys the story. When I was young, I believe I was in 7th grade, and my bike got a flat tire in the back. So there's no one to help me. I took it upon myself to read the size tube it would take, and I went, saved my money, got me a tube, came back, took that back tire off, was going to change the tube by myself, fix my bike. It wouldn't come off. I could not pull that tire off the bike. Both bolts were off. Boom! It just tripped me out so bad I ended up catching the bike on fire, bashing it with a hammer, and threw it away. Later it dawned on me the chain was on it. So all that rage I felt when I was messing with the bike is the rage I feel when I'm doing tech. As soon as I get there and I start to log on, I do not know why it affects me like that. I do not know why. Even, I had to get my GED to start school. So I had to log on to this website and, try to get my GED. You want you to set up an account, of course, always set up this account. It's telling me, no, can't do it, we recognize this email. No, you don't. You not recognize my email. So I had to contact the school, she had to walk me through it, go into the settings, had to do this and that. It always backfires, it's always a problem. I'll get the hang of it. Just like, for instance, my channel. Cali Boys, shout out to the Cali Boys, man. Made me a sick intro. I'd love to share with you guys. This is not there because I'm not familiar with it. I talked to Sandman. Homeboy, what's it going to take me to put an intro on there? For one, I got a badass one that Cali Boys made. And for two, I just want to put one up there, And it's not that difficult. I think in my mind, I'm my own worst enemy. I'm just defeated before I even get there. So, be that as it may, start getting familiarized with tech, make it happen. But, you know what else though, man? When I take my temperature, I feel like I have a temperature, and then I read it, and it says, if the temperature was a person, I'd be like, you're full of shit, man. Really, that's what you're going to say? My temperature is? I wish I could start yelling at this little thermometer. It's not his fault, but I think he's lying, though. I'd call him a straight fat meth liar if he was standing in front of him. That didn't even make sense. Visualizing that thermometer being a person, so I can yell at him. You're incorrect. See what I mean? See my train of thought? So, I want to give some video, some content. I want to kick with you guys, go into some stories. Like I said, I've been struggling with the school thing, and then just with my health, not feeling really good. I went to go take notes. That's how I do it. That's my get down. You know how to make a video, come up with a story, and I make all my notes. I try to give you guys 3 stories at least per video. What's important to me on the stories, the beginning and the end. I need to know where to start and where to leave off. But I don't even have that. You know what I'm doing? I'm doing the old famous shooting from the lip, not from the hip, because I don't really have nothing prepared. But let me just say this. I did the violation where I got pulled over and tried to use the alias, Ryan. It's one of those things too, man. I was kicking myself in the butt. I just got this badass, my uncle got me not an El Camino, but a Ranchero. It was blue, it was sick. Had this Ranchero only about a week. I was working, making $7 an hour under the table. It was like, I'm going to work about 2-3 days a week, just a little bit of hustle money. Didn't take it serious. They didn't take me serious. Anyway, at the old ladies' pad in Rexland, I got to go to this motel I've been renting. I could either take Union Avenue or Cottonwood Road. I'm absconding. Like, man, what should I do? I ended up taking Cottonwood. Wrong one! Ended up getting pulled over. And now, in hindsight, if you have the option of taking a busy road or a less traveled road that's going to be empty, always take the busy road. You can blend in with other cars. I wish I had dawned on me. Took Cottonwood Road. No one there except for me and a sheriff. Pulls me over. I give him the name Ryan. See, I even forgot where I was going with my story already. See why notes are so important? I can run with it. He pulls me over. I give him the name Ryan, but I say I don't have an ID. He goes, oh, okay. He's, I guess he was kind of going for it. Then he got to my girlfriend, when she said her name. He goes, I know who you are. You're Chris. Because they knew that Chris was running around with this girl. I'm not going to say her name. So the alias would not work. With that cop, when I ended up getting out from that violation, he knew I was absconding. He was on a quest. He was hunting me down. He wanted to bust me again. I was running around in Rexland. That was his territory. He had already busted me, given that fake name. I got off from that violation. I'm on the street again. My name pops up in the system. He's looking for me. He's hunting me down. He's taking it personal, I guess. You know, it's funny, too. I'd had my photograph taken, my picture taken with that girl. You know, you go to go someplace paying money. They give you all 8x10s and wallets. And, you're like, there's a background and all that kind of stuff. We did that. I had the photos taken. Man, parole ended up with that photo. That cop, when he arrested me that time, and told my name was Ryan, it didn't work because he got the girlfriend's name. He said, when he was back at the cop car driving me to jail, because I just seen, he goes, it would have dawned on me anyway because I just seen a picture of you guys. And I was like, damn, he saw that photo I took. And then parole even brought up about that picture. Crazy. That this picture I would take would end up in the wrong hands. And I mean, how they get it? Give it to him, hey, homeboy, you want a picture of me and my lady? He's like, oh yeah, cool. I'll make sure I forward this parole as soon as I get a chance. Anyway, I get out. I'm absconding. And it is absconding. Everyone always hits me up. I don't care how it's spelled. I don't care what the correct pronunciation is. It's absconding. If you're going to be in Bakersfield, Kern County, Rexland, Oildale, you'll be around here and you're running from parole, you're absconding. People try to correct me all the time. No, it's absconding or whatever. No, absconding. So, I'm absconding. Had this job, same job from before, so my family worked there, I always kind of get in, $7 an hour, helper doing some AC type shit, I only go like 2-3 days a week. This particular day, it was jacked up because it was a Friday. I always try to go, at least on Friday, to get paid that day, and I didn't show up on Friday, but I'd work like Tuesday or Wednesday, and they're mad that I don't show up on Friday, so they're like playing games with my check. I was living in this motel, I'm always in a motel, you know, and I needed that check so I can pay for another day or two. So me and my old lady leave that motel, we're walking. And go to Rexland. That's where she's living. That's where my family's living at. Even the ones that were working with me. I was going to jam up about the check. We're walking. All of a sudden, that cop, he's looking for me. He spots me. He's the one that arrested me last time. And I said it was Ryan. Same dude. He knows I'm absconding. He's driving around. No, I'm not saying he's always driving around looking for me, but I'm definitely on his mind. He's like, keep an eye out. Spots me. I see his brake lights. He flips to you. I see my old lady saying, run, babe. I take off running. I go into Rexland. I'm going to freaking straight. Get away. So I come to, on the corner, there's a construction company. They have backhoes, like a backhoe company. I jump a fence, it's like about 6 foot tall. Jump another fence about 6 foot tall. I don't know what he did. He was running parallel with me, but he had not really jumped any fences yet. But he was keeping an eye on me. He did not jump those fences, he was like on the outside. Boom, 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 boom. I think he was going to try to run around and get me. So anyway, I come to the very edge of that yard. And I jump on top of a car to jump over. Razor wire. Like, damn, so... And it's like up to my chest. And I'm standing on top of a car. I was getting ready to stand on this chair and show you guys I fall down, break my neck. You don't hear night. Splinter, are you okay? I'm standing on this car. Razor wire's up to my chest. I grab it and jump over. And I was wearing a hat. When I landed, my hat was gone and one of my shoes is gone. I only have one shoe on now. And I'm just sliced up. And I'm like, ah! I see myself, and I'm just in a pain. I just cannot believe what I'm seeing. Like, oh my God. Especially this one right here was just filleted open. Look, your blood is red. Yes, it is. Your veins are blue. Blue all day. Now you see them, they look blue. You open that skin up and you can see blue veins. It's tripped. Blue. I'm looking at him, dude, and I'm just tripped out. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Cut open, fingers, hands, both arms. Not razor wire. Go over to my buddy's pad. Known him since 5th grade. Even longer than that. He's grown up in Rex and Acres. What's up, homeboy? Let me hide. He's having a birthday party for one of his kids. I go in the shed. He says I can hide. And I'm in that shed. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sliced up. Anyway, he comes. He's like, dude, my lady said you can't hide here. I'm like, okay, damn. So I think what I did, I jumped this fence. And now I'm like in an alley. And I just jump another fence. In a backyard. I'm on a corner house. And I crawl under a trailer. And I'm just laying under that trailer. And I mean, I'm only looking at like 90 days. I'm thinking, damn, son, why'd you run? Just should have stopped, man. Just probably might even got COP'd. Nah, fuck that. Never got COP'd, never stopped. But when I was laying under the trailer sliced up, I was having second thoughts like, man, maybe running doesn't always check out. Man, you rarely get away. So, I'm laying there all sliced up, stressed out, tripping, and I hear this dog, roof, 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 roof. They're over here, he's getting closer. That dog's just getting closer, man. I'm hearing Ricker Tim Ford trying, hearing all this police activity, cops. I'm under there. I'm thinking, damn, I know, I'm hoping I don't hear him no more. I can get up and just go off somewhere. I'm going to need medical treatment. I'm trying to figure out my head. Even if I do get away, how am I going to get sewed up, man? I'm laying there, and all of a sudden, the fence opens up to the backyard. And I see about 5 cops, and I see this big-ass, huge German Shepherd. It turned out to be pitch black. I mean, I couldn't really tell it didn't pitch black. I guess because I seen eyes and teeth. He was huge. I don't know what they're feeding this freaking dog. Gargantuous. I'm under that trailer, hating life. Open, here they come, and the dog is like 6 foot in front of the cops. And the backyard's pretty big. It's a pretty damn big backyard. I'm going to try to give you measurements. 50 feet, let's say, 75 feet. Fuck, I don't know. Big ass backyard, trailer in the back, I'm under it. Cops come in. Dog is 6 foot in front of them. Now the dog's 10 foot in front of him. Now the dog's 12 feet. The dog is gaining on him. The dog is walking faster than the cops toward me. In fact, he's like at a small, like a trot. I'm thinking he had like a retractable, like, leash. I'm like, when's he going to come to the end of his leash? He's like, is he on a leash? All of a sudden, next thing you know, the dog's under the trailer with me. Just getting my ass. I thought they were going to say, come out from under the trailer. We see you, come out. No warning. If they would have said, hey, come out, trust me, I would have came out. I was ready to give it up. No fucking chance. Dog under there, just attacking me. I start to crawl out like the dog's dragging me back under the trailer. He's like, I'm not done biting on you yet. Eating my ass. Finally I get out. I'm proned out, but my leg is still in the dog's mouth. And the dog's like this. Still got my leg in his mouth. Finally they get the dog off. They asked me if my leg's broken. I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's broken. I'm all jacked up. Take me to the hospital. They were so rude and disrespectful with me, the medical staff. All these slices and stuff all over my hands. They took these big brushes and they just start scrubbing them. And I'm just like, just straight screaming like a biatch. Straight up. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Hurt like a motherfucker, man. They're just scrubbing, all this scrubbing. And I've had plastic surgery. After a couple of days, time for me to go. I ended up yanking all the IVs out. I called 2 different homeboys. Hey, bring me some clothes. And call this dude. Bring me some clothes. Thinking one of them was going to flake. They both showed up. Picked which outfit I liked best. Tried to leave. And the security guard caught me in the elevator. The doctor said I wasn't going to release you. I was going to keep you for like another week. But since you're ready to go, you can go. It was messed up. My old lady came and visited me. I was getting visitors and all that, man. And I said, hey, I'm going to leave. I told her to bring me some clothes. And she told her to bring me clothes. I want to get out of here. I want her to come back the next day with clothes and ride. She shows up with a clavo weed. Here you go. I'm like, what? No, I'm not going to jail. Why would you bring me a clavo? I said, bring me clothes so I can leave. She's like, got in her head already. She's like, all right, I got a boyfriend picked out. Just go to jail. Here, take this clavo. What? So anyways, yeah, I had plastic surgery on the leg, went in there. I went to court right away, and I was able to hit some tobacco, put it in the ace bandage, and brought it right into county jail. All kinds of other cool stuff happened. Be that as it may. As you guys can tell, I'm kind of going over an old story, the dog bite story, but I try to add some more detail to it to make it a little bit fresh. That's why the thumbnail says, in case you missed it, because I've had a rough one, but I wanted to give a video, but it's kind of easy on me, something I've already told. My bad if I'm rehashing stuff, but I know there's got to be at least half you guys that view me on the regular that have not heard that story. Trip on this. First time I went to Soledad, I went as a level 2. I prefer I've never been to level 4. Level 2 is dorm living. I prefer level 3 cell living. If I had my pick to live in a cell in a dorm, cells is way better. It feels like your own apartment. You got your TV and you got your food and you're just in there, just kick it back. When I'm at Wasco reception, D-Yard, my favorite time is like a Thursday. because you're not going to get yard Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday. So you might have 4 days of straight laying in your cell, no day room, no yard, and just kick them back. You know, you motherfuckers just leave me alone. You don't want to get messed with. You want to read your book, drink your coffee, try to do your time. Sometimes it's cool just to kick in the cell. That's why lockdowns don't bother me. Time goes by fast, too. So I prefer a cell. First time I went to Soledad, was in a dorm. Went there as a level 2. I get there. The dude who has the keys to the building. I cannot stand him. Right away, just cannot freaking stand this dude at all. And he's my homeboy. And he's the only homeboy I have there. He's from Taft, which is Kern County. Homeboy. I mean, it's not Bakersfield, but it's Taft. Might as well be Bakersfield. It's Kern County, we're homeboys. He has a building. I cannot stand him. But it's not like the dudes in the dorm gave him the building, or someone who was in the dorm left and said, before I leave, I'll give you this building. He got the building by a dude who had the yard. Dude at level 3 who's living in the cell said, hey, I want you to run the dorm with me. And people in the dorm were like, this dude? You give him the dorm? No one liked him. He didn't really command respect. He was dirty. He had the same dirty slingshot he wore all the time. He's real hella tall, and he pulled his pants up real high. And my road dog I kicked it with him there, Jeremiah from Santa Rosa, we'd always make fun of him. Luke guy had stilts. Like, damn, dude, where'd you get your stilts at? This big-ass tall fool. Couldn't stand him. Biker status. Fall asleep with his boots on his shin. Break time, covered it. I mean, just didn't like him at all. So, I had no homeboys at all at first there, except him. Then I got 2 homeboys. The first one, a trip on this. Way back in the day when I first went to county jail, I got in an argument with this one dude over the Bible. We lived in different barracks. Got a big argument over the Bible. I remember he had an argument, finally they closed the yard, and I was trying to like, okay, dude, okay, whatever. But he was like, no, this verse. I was like, damn. They close the yard down, we go to our separate barracks, and they open the yard back up, and when I hit the yard, I see him come storming towards me. He had long hair, and his hair was like blowing in the wind. He had the Bible out. He was like rushing up to me. He wanted to continue the argument. I'm like, damn, dude. We was talking about a brother he had, a lowrider supposedly. Badass dude named Scary. He had another name too, Scary, and then it's a compound word. Let's just leave it as Scary. Lowrider brother named Scary. He's been preaching. I was going to come over here. Always talk about his brother. See, at that time I was naive. Over time, I learned to immediately lose respect for someone who's like, my brother this, my brother that. You know, you get no respect from me when you have to bring up your brother all the time. But at that time, I was naive enough to let it intimidate me. So I'm like, oh shit, your brother, Scary, he was over in preacher. I hope you don't come over here and beat me up for not agreeing with you on the Bible. Whoa. So that was weird. He never came over there, but I always heard him saying his brother was so badass. Then later, several years later, I go to D-Yard, Wasco, sleep on the temporary bunks. I break out my tobacco. I bring up the story in a video called Random Prison Stories. Most people, when they hit the T-bunks, they don't break out their clavos because you're only going to be there a short time. And you're in the day room, and you're a fishbowl, and the cops are really watching you. It's hard to break your clavos out and kick the homeboys down. But I wanted to do it. I had some good homeboys there. That dude, Scary, was on the top tier. And he wrote me, hey, break the homeboys off some tobacco. I was like, I'm working on it and shit. The skinheads from Orange County ended up fronting me off. They kept shooting their line over to me. I got all my tobacco took. You hear about that in a different video. But that dude, Scary, was there. Now I get to Soledad this time. I got that one homeboy. He has the building Taft. Can't stand him. This dude drives up. Scary. I'm like, hey, what's homeboy? How are you doing? But he was not nearly as intimidated of him as like I used to be. Like, I don't know what happened, man. You know that Growing Pains, that story, like way back in the day when the dude was at school and he was getting bullied and then he went to summer vacation and came back and he was way taller than the bully. He's like, that's what it felt like. Like, what? I can't believe, like, whoa, you're him? Anyway, I got him, but he ain't really trying to kick a bunch of dust in with the business like I imagined he would have been. Then another homeboy shows up. So now there's 4 of us and all. This other dude, him and I have our history. We've done time together forever, several times in and out of Wasco Reception. I've seen him. First time I ever met him, I didn't like him at all. My first term, I show up from county jail with 3 clavos. He pushes up on me and offers me a jar of coffee for a clavo, whole pouch of tobacco. Straight disrespectful. You're going to offer me a jar of coffee for a pouch of tobacco? I said, dude, think I'm a lame or something, homeboy? You're going to push up on me like that? Matter of fact, no, I'm not going to do that deal. Matter of fact, I'm going to break all the homeboys from Bakersfield off some tobacco except you. I'm not going to give you jack shit. And over the years, him and I just not get along at all. Another time, we're at Wasco Reception together, happened to be bunkies. I had paperwork on the dude who told on me. And I said, hey, in my locker is the paperwork on homeboy. I want you to check it out and read it. And you can see what he told us. He refused to read it. I was like, dude, you're not going to read the paperwork? See, the homeboy told us, no, I don't want to read it. So we exchanged some words. So it was count time. So I was laying down on my rack like this, reading a book, I had my leg crossed. And he reached over, slapped my leg off my other leg like this, because we had some heated words. And I jumped up, boom, slapped him. And it was real quiet. It's count time. He goes, ding, ding, it's on. He goes, when count clears, you and I are going to fucking chuck him. His name's Big John. He's a big ass dude. I went over to those Southsiders for Ventura. Had the keys to the Southsiders in that building. I knew he had a piece. I go, hey, sign me that piece, homie. I'm not gonna let this dude fucking bully me and shit. Use his size against me. So he slid it to me, and homeboy broke down. We were cool, and we got past that. But we still always had like a grudge. Never really got along with each other. In fact, I saw him after that even. My lawyers sent me a $1,000 check. I was supposed to sign it, send it back to my lawyers. What I did, I ended up putting it on my books. He had all his tobacco. He's one of them dudes going to come from county, put like 10 pouches up in him. Up in like 3. Can you imagine bringing 10 pouches? Just 10 clavos up in him? Like, dude, come on, you that desperate for cigarettes? I'll bring 2 or 3, but I ain't going to bring fucking 10 pouches. He did. He sold me one for $300, and the $300 never landed. When I took that check, that $1,000, I was supposed to send that back to my lawyers signed. I wrote a letter to my lawyers saying, hey, also send this guy $300. I let him see it. Walked to the office to put the check in my books. Ripped that letter up. And I kind of pulled the scouts, move on and burn him. Oh well, fuck it. Anyway, I see him with Soledad. He drives up. Hey, what's up, homeboy? Then I end up getting a kite. I get a kind of kite that wants to reply. Sometimes a very, very sensitive kite. If we're on lockdown, the woods are on lockdown. So the Southsiders. So these guys are in the buildings, I'm in the dorm, they want to get a kite to me. We have to use, others, you end up using an Indian guy, but people you got to use to bring the kites don't really know them that much, don't use them that often. You don't ask them for that much help, because we don't really kick back with them. But since it's locked down, it's like, hey, can you take this kite in? But since he's not sure if he's going to give it to me or not, he'll bring it. The first kite will say, hey, Splinter, what's up, homeboy, did you get this kite? Send me a kite saying that you got it. So I say, hey, give this kite to him. He gets it. Yeah, this Splinter, hey, I got it. Proceed, shoot that kite. So he'll shoot me the kite. I got the second one, and it said, it was from the hole, and it said, remove the dude who has the keys to the building, the dude that cannot stand from Bakersfield, because he was seen not participating in the riot we just had. The blacks, anytime you have a big riot, there's always going to be people afterwards who get fucked up for not participating. Right at the bat, guaranteed. As soon as there's a riot, smoke clears, you got people in the hole, put lockdown, kites start coming. Get this dude, he didn't participate. Get this dude, he didn't participate. Get this dude. So, I had to get him. I went to the 2 homeboys, Scary and the other guy, John. Hey, let's get him. Neither one of them want to. Nope. They wanted to send a kite to the main dude from Bakersfield. Jaybird had the keys to the whole yard for Bakersfield and get more confirmation from him. Like, what? That's stupid. It's like, kite from the hole, kite from Jaybird. You know, kite from the hole's been like, cut it in half. Like, dude, what? A confirmation kite? This is all the kite we need. The kite I got addressed to me from the hole saying, remove them. They didn't want to do it. We were all in that dorm. I was stuck there because I was level 2, but they'll put level 1s there to do their CTQ. They're waiting to go to the South Yard, level 1 South Yard. They didn't want no Bevo. They wanted to do a little bit of time, so they go to South Yard. So they said, no, we don't want to do it. We're going to do this little kite. The LA car, the woods were telling me, Splinter, you need to fuck what they're talking about. You need to bust that move, homeboy, and respect what that kite says and handle it accordingly. So, end up busting a cap on it. Busting a cap, that's stupid. Where'd that come from? Bust with a cap? Yeah, busting. That was stupid. That would make me almost want to. Too bad I can't edit. Hold on, I think. Rewind. Edit that out. No. Busting cap. I busted him with a sock and a lock. End up going to the hole. Plot twist though. My buddy Jeremiah, Santa Rosa, that was kicking it with real tough. When I get to the hole, they said that he was in trouble also for not participating. They could not get a kite into him. They're trying to get him handled. They're not able to get a kite in. And so that would have been a trip because Jeremiah was my real good dog. And a kite would have came in saying handle him, it's like I probably would have had his back, or I don't know, I'd have been hate to be in that position. It's like that though sometimes. Your road dog, your main dude you kick it with, will end up getting in trouble, and it's like, fuck. Sometimes they might want you to do it. They would not have asked me to get Jeremiah though, because I'm from Bakersfield, SoCal, he was Santa Rosa, NorCal, they would have had his own homeboys do it. If no one from Santa Rosa, someone from NorCal would have done it. Anyway, my bad, I know I gave you some rehash information. It's just I'm not feeling good. I started to sit down and write some notes. When working out, my next video is going to be called The Apartment. It's going to be this apartment where I was at. I was a Terminator regulator, serve of perpetrators. That's a line from one of Funk One's raps. Love that rap. But yeah, in this apartment, all kinds of crazy ass shit going on. I'm going to title the video called The Apartment, and it was off the hook. Cut the string and let it fly. Peace.